So you got the P-47, and the thing that's exciting to me about it is that it's 980 millimeters. This is a cool feature. It's got a magnetic front, little motor housing or cowl, however you would refer it. I'm not sure. That you can't get on if the prop holder's on, so I'm gonna leave that off. It's obviously, you can see it's not new. I bought this crashed because I searched high and low and couldn't find one new, and when I was able to find a crash one, I was very excited for that. It's got like a little panel for your servo chase. That's a cool feature because a lot of times you got just tape on there, and when you got to change something, the tape doesn't go back on well. Anyway, it's got the same prop, which is so cool. The exact same prop as the rest of the birds, basically, like the E-Flight 1.2 series. This is the same pitch prop and everything. Some ordnance, and the person I got it from sent it to me, you know, in a, not the box for it, but a Spitfire box, basically a 1.2 meter Spitfire box that was able to house this very easily. But he did take it all apart and meticulously put screws into the reciprocals where they came from. So yeah, really nice. So I did put a little paint on this tail, just some stuff I got mixed at Lowe's. I mean a rattle can from Lowe's that the person who was in the paint department and myself kind of collaborated on. There's a little more scratches in the front right here. I got a paint match for the green there, which is also the same green for the ordnance. There was a big missing area in the front here, so the touch up for that I got mixed also. I really love the wide stance of the E-Flight P-47, and this looks like it'll be kind of like the same thing. I love my Corsairs too, don't get me wrong. I don't know, kind of, at one point in my life, you'd have told me I would have been liking these warbirds. I would have never agreed with you because I didn't like the old stuff. I only wanted to deal with like the new jets, the stuff that I had actually worked on and stuff like that. But I mean, I've really fallen in love with these things. I love the characteristics, the way they fly, and they're less stressful than the jets, you know, because I have tried a few jets, but at my level, jets are probably not best thing on the menu for the moment. I still fly my little one like this, the E-Flight F-15, and this is obviously an 18. I got that waiting for me. That's a 64 E-Flight, and this is a 64 FMS. I've flown this a few times, not with the best success, I'd say. You know, not like I'd want to fly. I did put the ordnance on because I like things to look like the way they are. You know, cool, basically. So I'd say that thing is hard to fly. I think from what I've seen other people flying, this one is easier to fly. I don't know why this one is hard to fly to me. It's just, it started kind of doing a nosedive here, nose heavy type thing. So anyway, that's not what this is about. This is about the P-47. So that's what it looks like. That's all the parts you get pretty much. And of course this is used, but it's going to be the same pretty much whether you got it used or not. That's mostly what you get in the box. I am missing the center bomb. Obviously that probably messed up in the crash. I mean, that was probably a drop tank actually. And then I have one bomb, but I don't have the second one, so I have to either fly with just one, which can happen. You know, if you drop one bomb in a flight, you could still have a second bomb. And then my rocket pods, and of course this one is kind of messed up. These might actually, they're older ordnance, so I can't really tell you exactly what it was, but this could either be flares or rockets. I probably have to look that up to get the exact thing, but not important for what we do, guys. We love to fly the model planes, and if you're a historian, then cool. Let me know in the comments what it is. If not, just check out the cool pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and get them put together. I'm not going to do like a full build, because obviously I'm just going to stick this thing through the hole, screw down the 2 screws. So I'm not going to bore you with all that, but at least you got to see the pieces sprawled out and move to the next step. So as you can see, maybe you can't see, but down in the hole there is a 60 amp Avion. Of course, I love the telemetry and stuff that Spectrum has to offer. So this bird what I'm seeing about these kind of birds, because the P-40 has like a high-speed kind of setup. I guess that's what it was called. Very hard to show you. So let's forget about and abort that mission. And I can show it to you from the front end. P-47 has like a larger and higher kV motor. There you go. You can see it kind of nestled in. I kind of routed the wires down, around, and under the ESC, and then back around so that there could be a gap underneath and a gap on top. And I put the metal heat shield of the Avion up, as you can kind of see by that blurry look. Yeah, there you go. I thought that would be a decent method. This thing probably came with a 40, I think, or 50 when I looked it up. This is a 60, so this should do well. And these are super light, so it should be fine as far as CG goes. So just wanted to show you what I was doing before I got too deep and you couldn't see much, which you couldn't see much anyway. I'm trying to get a light in there, maybe that would help. Yeah, there you go. Should try that from square one. So anyway, there's the Avion. You can see the Avion. See how I got the wires routed underneath it, in theory, to create, and there's little holes in the case, so air should flow through those holes as well as underneath and above the ESC. So I think that's a good method. Plus it's oversized, so that should help also. So this thing has like a little distribution block that's not very well mounted, but I don't care because it's going to be tight in the little pocket where it is. And all of these wires were pretty much all over the place up here. And if you look, this is kind of like a little flat area right here. So where this is like after the hump, you see the hump, that's where the opening is right there for the wires to come through. So then this flat area is going to be kind of flat, and I don't want to take like so from the back of here to forward. I don't want to smash that down to flat. So then I'm going to take these wires and I'm going to just kind of fold them in and feed them back into this channel. So to neaten things up a little bit, and this one here was sprawled out too. So I'm gonna just kind of feed that in through the hole. Just wanted to show that little detail. So immediately when I did that, I seen, like, at first I was having trouble with this getting seated right here. It wasn't going down. So now you can see the tight tolerance. You can see where the wires are almost touching this bulkhead right here. So any wires going back that way are just gonna get smashed underneath, and I didn't like that idea. So that's my reasoning behind it, and of course it works much better. It went right in where it's supposed to go with no resistance. So something to pay attention to, details. So I got the wing attached and everything in that area, the tail, all of that stuff. So anyway, I don't have the prop on, I don't have the ordnance on, which obviously I'm going to put on eventually. So the way I had the ESC coming through, I'm satisfied with that. I went ahead and put a little, somebody else, whoever had the bird, they had some glue here already, so I was gonna peel it off, but it usually takes some foam, so I didn't worry with it. I just put a small bead on top of it and let my wire go right where their wire was. Satisfied with that. Then I took the two servos from the rear of the bird and just put a little small bead, flattened it down with my finger, so we got a nice neat, see if I can show you that, nice neat little chase right there. I might actually peel this one off and redo it because it looks like it's not adhering to the end, and it's still kind of wet, so I can get it off easy. But yeah, I might just redo that one. Yep, peeled right off. So I'll just and this is a new glue gun. I'm gonna do a review on just this thing because it's the next level of awesomeness in glue gun technology. My pink one I like a lot, but this one, you can see how much I squirted out in a short period of time. The pink one doesn't give you as much glue as this one does. So I got a little puddle there. I'm gonna wipe that flat and call it a day, because that's gonna make that neat and not move. Then I'm gonna take, once I get that dry, I'm gonna take the rest of this, hook my one, I disconnected one wire, I don't remember what it was, in the middle somewhere. Looks like two, like it was Elevon. I'm gonna take that, plug it back in, and then I'm gonna just tuck the rest of this down in the hole and I'll come back for that. No need to take all of these steps to show you. I'll tell you what I'm doing and you can see it. So every time I'm faced with this threshold of wire management, I come to this same point, and I would just go ahead and mention it again. I don't like the AR631s because the wire, they're smaller, which is, you know, way cooler. Because this is a 630. I'm going to cram it in there if I can. Yeah, I can. And you can see how much smaller a 631 is compared to a 630. The problem with the smallness is that the wires come out the top. Whereas if this was coming out the back with this 630, I probably should just use my 630 because I'm not going to fly very far with this bird. I think it would have been perfect. And what I like about it was the wires would just fall straight down in the hole instead of having to make this whole U-turn. I don't know why, like in what bird, I've never had a bird where this configuration worked good for me. Maybe when I come across it, I'll like it for that one. But for the most part, I'm always not liking these. And I'm probably going to put a zip tie just because I'm excessive about the wire neatness on my birds. But just one zip tie here and maybe another one a little further down because this is completely free for the battery to come all the way to here at this point. Which I'm sure the battery will be going forward if anything. But just another mention. So this is obviously not going to correspond to any kind of bind and fly list. So I'm going to hit this, proceed, 3 dots, add new model. I am going to hit, I want to hit template. Yeah, let's hit template. Let's call it a bind and fly. Just because you get free call outs, that's the only reason. Go down to it, select it. I'm gonna change the name. P-47. Oh, messed up the 4 because I'm trying to look at the video. 7, and then I'm gonna put 9. 9 8 0 done. I'm probably gonna just download an image, but for the purposes of this, I'm gonna just take a picture. Let me at least put the canopy on. Hang on. Yeah, so for the purposes of the video, I'm gonna put the canopy on because sometimes you think it might be a temporary picture and it might last for a lot longer than that. So I can't film them both at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it and then show it to you. Yep, that'll be good for me. Hit the check mark. Now the picture's there. Scroll down, very end. I'm gonna hit model sort. I'm gonna go down to it. I'm gonna walk it up. And I want to put it right next to right below my 1.2 P-47 so that I have some order that maybe only I understand, but nonetheless some order. All right, I'm into warbirds. Oh, I got an 800 millimeter. I forgot about. Yeah, the box one. So yeah, it'll go right before that one and right after that one. So yeah, Yeesh, I got 2 of those. I gotta figure out, oh, the old one and the new one. Gotta figure out which one is which. So anywho, that's where it's going. I got it where I want. I'll go ahead and back out. Alright, so I'm back to my list. It's no longer at the bottom. Scroll up. Yep, it's right where I wanted it. Back out, back out. Now the RF comes on. Alright, I got me a battery. Probably gonna fly a 2200 4S in here, but it's like a 3S bird with the motor combo, so that might be a bit risky. But I got the 60 amp ESC, so I'm gonna probably do it because I just don't like 3-cell batteries for some reason. Just another hassle. I'm gonna have to plug this in and then press this button, so that's hard to do on video. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out. All right, I plugged it in. It's blinky blinky. Go to bind. Hit and hold bind.
Binding. Bind complete. DSMX 22 milliseconds. telemetry.
Alright, so the flaps went down. Something weird going on there because they're probably set up for something like 0 in all 3 positions.
Take off flaps.
Yeah, they
Landing
are.
flaps. Take
But
off flaps.
at least I got
Normal
her
mode.
talking.
Take off flaps.
So,
Landing flaps. Take off flaps. Normal mode.
Oh my goodness. I've clicked it a few times and she's going to say it no matter how many times.
Take off flaps. Normal mode.
Sorry, I got to get her set up, but it's in there. So I have flaps already in set up for the bird, the wing set up. Alright, looks like my ailerons are correct. Something's going on with the oh, I don't have the linkage hooked up. Never mind. I really need to do this to get it all centered. So yeah, let me try the gear. I'm gonna put the phone down for that though. Alright, so the gear worked good. Deployed quickly. I'm gonna get the flap set up too, but first thing I want to do is deal with the linkage, because of course it's just sitting back there disconnected like I do on any other video I would do, because I don't like to set them up and then pull them back off. So they look to be with the control surface centered. To me it looks perfect. So of course this is not a new bird, this is used, so obviously the way the place where it was is probably gonna be right. Let me check this side. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Can't do it one-handed though. Let me snap that on. Alright, so I got my elevator is wrong, so I pull down, it goes down. So from here I am going to click model adjust, servo, yeah, elevator. So now when I pull down, it is an incredible throw on the elevator. I normally don't use dual rates and stuff, but for this bird, I've had people, alright, the rudder is correct. So that way, left, right. Aileron's good. Elevator's good. Let's get into this flap system. Right there. Alright, it's on 000. That's why when I click
Landing, take normal mode.
it's doing nothing. So I'm going to hit this flap. And they're down some. So I'm going to go ahead and I should show you that. So like, let me move this closer to there. So if I take my finger and hold this, you can, oh, I'm actually messing with the elevator because I'm trying to video. I push it down, they go all the way down, push it back, they go all the way up. So put that to 0 and see what happens. Alright, I'm gonna adjust this rudder elevator now. I don't want that 10%, I don't think, not on 0. Yeah. There we go. Get that down to 0. Hit OK. Alright, so now
take off flaps.
So position 1, normal
mode.
Flight mode 1, let's call it. They're saying flight mode 1. Position 0 is straight up. That's where I want it. That's cool. Everything looks good.
Take off
this
flaps.
is at 0, which is probably where I want that too. So then I'm gonna
Landing
go down
flaps.
to the 3rd position. I'm gonna hit the flap and I'm gonna drag it over to max. And the servo's not humming or anything, so I'm satisfied with that. So I'm gonna go -100, 0, 100. So,
take off flaps. Normal mode.
and those flaps are quite dramatic. Let's look at that from the back like this.
Take off flaps.
Take off.
Landing flaps.
Landing flaps is like straight down. That's gonna like be such a wind turbulence creator, or basically it's probably gonna slow it down pretty good, I think. So I'm excited about this. Nothing's humming, everything seems good with that. Never checked anything with the I didn't set up throttle cut, so let's do that. Back out of here, throttle cut. I'm gonna darken this 0 and not that. So
throttle cut off.
and it says the wrong thing. Obviously, I gotta reconnect it. I'm gonna hold my bird, throttle way up, nothing. I'm gonna
Throttle
flip
cut
it
on.
on and hold my bird. All right, throttle's working. At this point, I'm gonna probably just hold it with my foot and make sure. All right, so it's going the wrong way. I could reverse things in the radio and such, but I prefer to do it on the motor. So I'm gonna just get to that. Let me show you that. I'm gonna cut the radio so that it's not burning too much energy. With the RF still connected, I got the throttle cut.
Throttle cut off.
It says off, but it's actually on because it's the opposite. So just get in here and just. This is very convenient that this comes off, so I can just get in there and pull my wires out, and I would just reverse too. Can't show you that. That's a two-hand motion. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go to model adjust. Never mind. Let's get safe set up. Yeah, model adjust, forward program, gyro settings. So this show advanced menus was inhibited. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. It's okay. Now it's open. I'm gonna factory reset because I don't remember what I did with this. Probably nothing, but I'll complete. All right. Gyro settings, first time setup. Make sure the model is configured. Everything reversed. I got. Oddly enough, this happens to me all the time. I set this bird up and everything was perfect. When I did the factory reset, it reversed it. So this means that the model was set up differently. Elevator's wrong and rudder's correct. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to Servos setup. I'm gonna go to elevator, put it back to normal. Aileron, reverse it. So now aileron's working correctly. Elevator's working correctly. And rudder's working correctly. All right, satisfied with that. Back to forward programming. All right, gyro settings, first time setup. It has been configured, yes. Tail wing type, yep, we got flaps, all that set. Set the model on a level surface and continue. So I'm gonna lift this up till it's about level. I used to be real specific on this, but I realized that it's just to catch its orientation. So I'm gonna get it nose down, and I'm not really worried about it. I get it super perfect because it's not gonna capture anything. It's just finding where the receiver is, right? All right, got that. So it registers that my receiver with the front of the aircraft has the wires facing forward. Front of the aircraft right here, wires facing forward, button facing back. That's what we got. So I know I'm good. I'm gonna hit continue. Gain channel select. I'm gonna hit switch. I put it on that switch, the circle, channel 7 for that, which is gonna conflict with some other birds, but this one will be fine, because gear is gonna be 5, flaps gonna be 6, safe is actually gonna be 7. So yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yep. So next, apply. All right, connect. Gyro settings. We'll go down to first time safe setup. FM channel. I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit my safe switch, and it accepted it. I'll switch B. All right, from that point, I'm gonna hit OK. I'm gonna hit next. FM channel. aux2 done. You can just hit continue at that point. I don't know why I clicked it because I'm trying to look around the phone really. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. All right. Next. Level capture F level. So I want to capture that. So let me pause. So you can see I got my box where I keep my batteries. The bird is fairly level. I'm gonna capture it. Looks like it's 7 and -1. You know, you can move that around, whatever. That's gonna be good. The bird's gonna fly good with that. I've done a million of them, so I know it's not as in depth as I thought it would be. So anyway, right here, safe mode. It says inhibit. I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna click it over, self level, I hit OK. I'm gonna change all of these to max, 90, 60 to 90, 40 to 75. I feel like safe mode has limited you enough. You don't need to limit me anymore. Next, I'm gonna hit apply. I'm gonna get my double dance now. There we go. So receiver rebooting, connect. All right. So I can move this box out the way. All right, set that down. I can back out of here, get out of forward programming. All right. So, gonna be hard to show this one. So check my safe. I'm gonna go on my right aileron. It goes up. I'm gonna turn the bird, and it's gonna straighten out. If I release it, it's gonna try to get it back to level, which means down like that. Then when I get straight, it's gonna stop. So that means my safe mode is working. I'm gonna fire up the bird.
Throttle cut on.
Got it way over 50%. So I'm gonna turn up my AS3X. And I'm gonna check and see. Throttle cut again.
Throttle cut off.
Don't pay attention to her, because so now I'm gonna lift this up, and then this should lift up. It is so hard to film that. Let me change the gains on that. Hang on a second. So from here, I'm gonna go to forward programming, get in gyro settings, AS3X settings. See where it's ×1? I'm gonna change that to ×4 so that my knob can control everything. Fixed/adjustable gains, I'm gonna hit that. It should be adjustable, so that's correct. You don't want to hit capture gain, because if you do, it's going to lock in whatever you had. So stay away from that capture gains unless you do get to a certain gain that you want to keep forever. Then you hit that and you lock it, and that's it. You're done. So priority heading, I'm going to leave those alone. Usually I don't need to change that. So I'm going to get back. So now I'm to the main screen. And you're going to notice it's going to be way more dramatic for me for the video to show you. So when I lift up on this is going to go up. It only goes up for a second, just in case the wind takes your bird and flips it up. It tries to adjust it. So you see it? If I go down, it's going to go down. See if I can do the tail. That means my gyro is correcting in the right method. So I'm going to go up with the tail. Might be able to see it like this. And then tail rudder. I like to do it from the back of the bird like this. So when I go this way, I see the red stick out a little bit. So all my gyro reactions are correct. I am ready to fly. I can fly right now, but there's one thing I want to set up still yet. I'm going to go in. I got to disconnect the battery. I got it all. Safe mode is wrong. Uh-oh. So this is off safe and this is on. So I'm going to go to this servo setup. Flaps. Auxiliary 2. I think it's auxiliary 3. I can't remember which one I put it on. So anyway, hit that. And it sounds like that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and check it. If I shake the bird. Nope, that's not it. I think I'm going to change where I have AS3X on also. So before I do this, I'm going to go into forward programming, gyro setting, AS3X settings, fixed gains, flight mode 3. Let's go to safe settings. Fix just for angle limits, capture gains. No, I don't want that. Flight mode setup. There we go. So in flight mode 3, it's got AS3X active and this is safe facing me, so I don't want that. I'm going to switch that over. So flight mode 3. But in flight mode 1, when I reverse it, I want this to be inhibited, right? So that'll be off. This will be S3X, and this will be safe. All right. Go back to the switch. Servo setup. Nope, that's not it. Oh, I'm not even looking at it. It's aux 2 because I can see it moving. So I'm going to switch aux 3 back. I'm going to switch aux 2. So now the bird should be in safe mode. And it is. Should be an AS3X here. And then third click is nothing. Now, this is kind of a controversial setting because I think if you put this in position 2, which is AS3X only, right? That's the same as controlling this knob in any position. So instead of going to this third position being AS3X off, I could just turn this knob all the way down and achieve the same thing. So, you know, just an extra detail. So, all right, now I got my safe where I want it. And you could always test safe by going all the way to a certain angle and then clicking it off and on. You'll see the bird go less when it's in safe mode. So my safe is where I want it. I'm gonna click it off safe. Disconnect the bird. Reconnect the bird. It's gonna do its dancing, and I'm gonna start going over till I get to Avion Prague. Aileron up and left. Get that. Right. All right, I'm in. Fixed wing. Brake set to reverse already. Brake force 0. So yeah, this receiver, this speed control is actually already set up. 3.2 cutoff, good. VOC is 6 volts. Startup soft time. I don't want to deal with any of that. See what channel, because safe is on 7. So, oh, thrust reverse is on channel 8. That's exactly where we want it. So, I didn't need to set anything up. This was already set up for me. But if I did, you already see how to do it. That's the method. You would just change that to reverse and then set everything else up like I had it there to get you there. So now I want to assign that channel to this shoulder switch, which is G, and that's where I like it. So I'm gonna go to servo setup.
Rudder high rates.
And I don't know what it is right now.
Aileron high rates.
So I'm gonna go to my, let's get out of here. Right here.
Rudder
this
high
one
rates.
isn't doing anything, even though it's on, you know, set up for rudder by the binding fly that I had. It's not really on rudder high rates right now. So I want to change my, let's see, this is aux 2. Yeah, my aux 3 to be my reverse. So to do that, I'm gonna go to this channel assign. Aux 3 right now is inhibited. So I'm gonna hit that. I'm gonna flip the switch.
Rudder high rates.
So now it's on G where I want it. I'm gonna back out, and I'm gonna flip my G. Put a foot on the bird just in case.
Rudder low, rudder high rates.
All right, so it's still throttle cut, so I'm safe there. I'm gonna go ahead and see what happens.
Throttle cut on.
I'm gonna give it some throttle. All right, it's blowing. It's gonna back the bird up. As you can. So that means my switch is in the wrong position. So I'm gonna go to my adjust servo setup. Let's change this. Right, so now it should go forward, and it does. When I click it back, it should go back. Yep. So that's it. My full thrust reverse is set up now, so I can forward where I want it to be. All my switches forward. It's gonna go forward. The bird is gonna go forward. Then if I want to reverse it, I flip it back. And I think both of these will do reverse right now. Yeah, so even to me, our middle are both going to do controllable reverse, but I like to set up a mix for that. So I'll probably set up my mix. And that should be a video by itself. But anyway, let me go ahead and get into it. Go back here, go to mixing. So you go to one of these mixes that are not done, and then you're going to hit the curve to be normal. From there, you're going to go G to throttle. So I'm going to hit from this inhibited, I'm going to hit G. Oh, never mind. You can't hit it. You got to actually scroll down to it. All right, G and throttle. I'm going to hit my throttle cut. Let me, before I do this mix, I'm going to go ahead and hit the throttle cut. Show you how to do that, because I hate constantly hearing her say the wrong thing. So from here, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go to this, audio events, switch change reports. That's switch H. I'm going to hit this arrow. I'm going to hit where she's saying throttle cut off. I'm going to hit throttle cut. I'm going to hit that. All right. And so now she's going to say
throttle cut on, throttle cut.
So it's throttle cut down. That's what I want. And then I could just say throttle on. Just take the cut out.
Throttle on, throttle cut.
That's it. I'm satisfied with that. So back out of there, back out of there, back out of all of this, back, model adjust, mixes. So I'm going to mix my G switch in this third position to throttle. So you can offset this in two different ways. So, just kind of play with it until you get it right. But be careful and hold your bird down to make sure you don't have like a runaway. So, because it's going to be doing stuff. So right now I'm going to have this start at, let's just leave that at 0. Now I want my offset to be, let's just say 20, because I don't know what's going to happen. So we'll just do that. So now
rudder high rates.
Throttle cut off, throttle on. It's going forward.
Rudder mid rates. Rudder low rates.
So I got it in my third position. All right, so I got my G to throttle set up in my mix. I could change the name of this. Let's just call this brakes. Done. So G to thrust. Then on this rate, you could change this the other way around, but for right now, this is what I'm doing because I want this switch forward to be forward thrust. So I'm gonna kind of block the bird so you can see it, but you see it's going forward, right? So then I want to flip it one time, and I'm in forward, then I want to flip it, and then it's that's reverse thrust like that, proportional to the throttle stick. So then on my third position, I want to be right along forward flight, and the bird's going forward like it is. You can see I kind of bump it, and it's going forward. Then I want to hit it to the third position, and it's going to go to one set amount. And I can bump it up more, but it's going to, with me full down, it's going to go to this and just stop the bird. So that's what I want. I hope that makes sense. So now I'm pretty much fully set up. I'm, probably going to check everything again before I actually put it in the air, because I really love this thing. I don't want to like have a real folly, but it's been crashed, so it's not the, perfect bird, but hey, I like them this way, obviously. So I'm going to go into my mix. I named it brakes. I went from G to throttle, and you got to kind of just play with this. So I had it at 0, then I went to a negative 100, which made it go from, here to here. Both position 0 and position 1 are proportional completely. Then I got it when I go to position 3, it's going to go to 60%. And I kind of just took the bird, and as I was running it, because it's kind of loud to do on the video, I left the throttle completely down, and as I was in position 3, I had it at, nothing basically, and then I just walked it all the way up until it was a decent amount. And when I get to the field, I've had times when I come in and I hit my throttle reverse, to stop the bird, and it's too much. So I kind of get in there and dial it down. That's what you're going to have to do, is kind of figure out where you want it to be. Now with ducted fans, jets, full 100% is what you want. In this case, I'm at 60, and I feel like that's going to be good enough to stop the bird, but I'll see, because each bird is different. And you definitely don't want to leave it on 100%, because you've seen when I had videos and I came in with a bird and I hit the reverse thrust and something weird happened, it just doesn't react well. It'll break your landing gear in some situations. If they're weak, that pushing down, it'll kind of put too much force on things. So you kind of want to hit it and kind of be ready to hurry up and cut it off, and just kind of test it out until you get it just right. Once you get it just right and it comes in, the bird touches down and it's still like this, and you hit it and it just kind of sets it down and doesn't do anything violent, that's the way you want it. You don't want to go anywhere past that. So once you get that locked in, you kind of save it and you forget about it, and then that's it. The bird's going to always be set up like that. All right, thanks.